Oh, hey, Kate, can I have a fudgesicle?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thanks. Aww.
Kate!
You ready to be clickbait?
Oh, you're so cute. So Loeb and I have been dating for a couple years now, and
So we basically feel totally and completely qualified to make this advice video because we know everything there is to know about relationships.
we have some cutie little kittens today joining us for the video.
These kittens are gonna help us give relationship advice because,
They have also been in a lot of relationships.
yeah, these kittens have been dating for a long time now. Even though we have kittens in our hands, Kate and I are not perfect. But we just wanted to share advice that we've learned in our relationship, and it might not apply to everybody.
But if it helps, we
And
want to share that with you.
yeah, and it's stuff that we try to follow that we find encourages us and strengthens us
For sure.
as well.
So I think when we were kind of like choosing each other, we had the idea of dating with intentions to marry. So it was kind of like when I was considering about dating Loban, I was also considering what would it be like to marry him, what are his strengths and his weaknesses, how do we get along together and our families and stuff like that. So I think that's just a super important thing that you should do when you're considering dating someone.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that it's not like you're saying, if I start dating this person, I have to marry them or anything like that. We just believe, and in our own experience, you shouldn't date someone you can't see yourself marrying because it just leads to heartbreak. And you want your relationship to make your heart happy.
Yeah.
So the second point we had is studying the Bible together. This is pretty obvious, but it's a really, really important thing when you're dating someone to encourage each other's walks with the Lord. Kate and I have found that even when we're apart, we still try to study the Bible together whenever we can. So right now we're going through the book of Psalms, and every day we read a psalm and we just text each other like what we found stood out to us in the chapter that we read.
Like when you're dating, you're a team and you should be helping each other grow in your faith. So that's one super easy way to do it, is to just try and read the Bible together every day. Okay.
So basically, in your relationship, you are going to fight. All couples do. It's not something you can avoid.
It's not necessarily a bad thing either, but it's like how you handle the fight that's really going to determine the quality of your relationship. There's just like a couple tips we have for handling fighting. One of them is being honest with each other. Always be honest. Don't blame people. Definitely try and work it out and have the mindset of like, both of us have messed up in some way and we're just both gonna try and fix it. Don't generalize.
Try to avoid being defensive.
When you follow a couple of these tips, your fights can kind of get by a lot easier, where it's less like yelling at each other and more just like open conversation, being like, how can we work this out? Because we just want to get back to how happy we were before.
Something that has been important to us, I think, especially on matters of purity and that kind of thing, is accountability. So finding couples that are good examples to you, your parents, your friends, just people that can hold you accountable for the things you do in your relationship and the time you spend together. And obviously the Lord, we are always accountable. God always holds us accountable for our actions, and we just have to remember that even when no one else can see us, God can. So always remember to keep yourself accountable in that way. And speaking about accountability and sexual purity, if you want us to make a video just on purity or another advice video altogether, just like this video so we know that it was appreciated, and we'd be happy to do another one.
Yeah. Definitely spending time with the other person in like a group setting. So that means like with friends, just the two of you, as well as with other friends, or the two of you with your family as well, is really good way to get to know that person, not just when you're just one-on-one, because a lot of times they can be a different person when it's just the two of you, but seeing how they interact with their family and their friends is really important and critical in figuring out who they are as a person and whether you want to, you know, spend a lot of your life with them, pretty much.
Yeah. Here's a point from Mr. Kitty and I. P.S. Always like their Instagram pictures, even if they suck.
Are you seeing my Instagram pictures suck?
No, no.
And then, yeah, for this tip, I'd say just don't let the other person become an idol in your life, meaning that don't let them become above your priorities, in your priority list. Don't let them become above God. For you, like, I know something that, and this is advice that my friend gave me not too long ago, and I just think it's so wise. But yeah, always, if you're having a hard time and you want to go to that person because they are the one you trust the most, but really God is the one you need to go to first. So go to the Lord first and pray, because he's ultimately the one who's going to help you more than your significant other ever could, right? So I think it's just really important to remember that.
And part of not idolizing your significant other is remembering and reminding each other that you love God, and you love God more than you will ever love another human being. And I think that's just such an important part of bringing glory to him in your relationship.
For sure. Okay, so in closing, we just want to share one verse with you guys from Ecclesiastes 4 also. And it's verse 12, which says, "Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken." And I think the whole point of that is, even though 2 people as a team can be really strong, the cord of 3 is 2 people plus God. And that's when you're going to be the strongest couple you can be. And I think the most important thing is to keep God at the center of your relationship.
Yeah, just keep Jesus your constant goal and your constant aim, and you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. We and the kitties hope that these tips helped you.
We'll see you guys next time.
It's so cute.